Hello. I don't even really know how to start this. This one's going to be a bit more opinionated and personal for reasons we'll get into. But before we do, I'm going to give some usual trigger warnings. We are going to be discussing some zoo stuff, so please do keep that in mind. Please don't continue watching if you feel like that might affect you in any way. I will leave some resources in the description if you have been affected by anything we've spoken about. But oh boy, I don't know how we're jumping into this. Microsoft Notepad. I don't use Notepad ever because it's annoying and I don't like it. I use Word, which is equally as annoying, but whatever. However, Microsoft Notepad now does implement a login feature which saves your previous sessions and other like Copilot AI stuff, which is an annoyance. Not a lot of people know this. Not a lot of people know that it saves your last sessions. Even if you close it out, it can pop back up, even if you don't save it. And now, Twitch streamer Lacari. I have never heard of this guy before. I don't really know a lot of streamers. I don't watch streams. I don't find it that entertaining, honestly. I think a lot of them are very brain raw, like engagement farm, whatever. I don't watch them, so I didn't know who this guy was until the other night. I was on Kiwi Farms. Don't ask why I was on there. Okay, I like doing my noses sometimes. And I saw a post that was 2 hours old at the time saying that this guy accidentally showed a notepad folder which had links to CM. And I was like, huh, what the fuck? It was like 1 a.m. and I was like, I'm not even looking at this today. I'll look into it in the morning. I'm not.
Long K feeds. Let me at least add way to the list of champions that I like. The hell was that?
He was one of the top 1,000 creators on the site. Like, top 1,000 doesn't seem like a lot, but there are a ton of streamers. So top 1,000, it's pretty high. Now, I'm not gonna show the links. They are out there. Don't go looking for them. Don't go looking for them. But I will go over what some of the file names and the videos which these links led to were called. Girls and Animals, Log on Teens, Log on 3D covers and links inside, more teen sites, teens, Real Family, Jailbait, Full Rare, teen sites. Now, if you don't know what jailbait means, how do I word this in a way? Jail, bait, bait to jail, girl look young, girl bait, jail. Okay, are we getting the picture? Yep, okay. Now, when I said this one would be personal, I don't know if I should get into it now or later, but I think I only saw a very small handful of people on Twitter say this, of like, well, it's like barely legal, so it's still legal. Like, teens are legal if they're over 18. Legal. I think a lot of people might not know this. You know those barely legal videos? Yeah, a lot of them, they're not legal. A lot of the girls in those videos are being trafficked. They're being posted without consent. There have been legal battles of victims trying to get their videos taken down from these sites, and the sites being like, no. And the internal team joking about it. So I don't want to hear it. I'm from the start, I'm just saying it. Don't come in my comments and start with that. I'm not putting up with that. I'm not in the mood. I'm really not in the mood. I didn't watch the entire stream because right after that he continued to stream for hours with the chat being like, address me, and he didn't. So I'm not going through that entire thing. I'm not watching his videos. I'm just taking accounts of what people who did watch it said. So I went and read it, and they said, bruh, the deer in headlights look as a dead giveaway, cooked. When he realizes what the notepad was, his eyes twitches so hard his entire forehead moves with it. That brother is guilty. Yeah, if I accidentally found this on my PC, I'd be confused first, then might even look up something related on what the this is or why it was in my notes app. But after that reaction, it's just undefendable. He knew exactly what he leaked. I just tuned in and he's just burying himself further. He just said, viruses put illegal shit into your PC. That's how it works. So he's admitting it's illegal. He said he deleted it, but apparently Windows 11 saves, which makes no sense because if you delete a notepad, it is gone into the recycle bin. Bro is literally lying about it crazy. What he probably did is paste the link, either saved it himself or just closed notepad, which he has the setting on that auto saves it. You can actually turn that setting off so it doesn't auto save notepads. And apparently, he was asking AI the legality of lolicon material. I feel like I always have to link my video to it, so I'm not gonna this time, but also I've made a video on that already, so if you want to watch it. And during it, one mod quit. one mod quit, saying, "End your stream, dude. This isn't funny. This isn't a joke or something you can laugh off. I hope that this somehow was a mistake or a virus, but it's looking real bad. You need to get help. I'm unmodding myself and unassociating with you. Peace." And people also pointed out that in Notepad, when you have Notepad set to open up the previous session, it also retains your highlighted text, suggesting that he had been manually using the links he claimed he hadn't even touched. Now, his ex-girlfriend even made a statement saying, "Lacari and I broke up over 1.5 years ago. When we dated, I'd asked to see his folder because I heard allegations. I did my due diligence when I suspected something was amiss. When I couldn't find anything crazy, I stopped suspecting. Clearly, I was wrong. The worst I saw was NTR, but now I know he could have hid the worst of it. I don't know why people keep associating me with him when he has a new girlfriend and I'm getting rage baited into a response, so here it is." But he made a response, so let's get into it. During my last stream, I opened Notepad, which revealed a link. The list in the link included titles that suggested child further down. I've never consumed this type of content, nor do I think it's acceptable. I decided to keep streaming in an effort to downplay the severity of the situation, which was deceptive. This was a mistake that I deeply regret and apologise for. The link gave access to material for anyone to see. This is serious and harmful. I recognise that trivialising a material on stream is not okay and can lead to real harm. It's my responsibility to provide a safe space for my community and peers, which I failed to do. I'm taking real steps to change my ways. I've admitted myself into addiction recovery program that will last 30 days. During this time, I'll be able to work out there while also receiving professional therapy and treatment for my addiction. Browsing websites as an escape has been a serious problem for as long as I can remember. This treatment will come with an indefinite hiatus to my live streams to allow myself to focus on recovery so I can hopefully contribute a net positive to society. Well, clearly he's lying, it was ass. If the links were highlighted, then he didn't access them, he didn't view them. Some Reddit said, "Somebody from the original thread visited it and found so much more teen likes inside of it, at least 10 in a row. Now obviously I can't post the image since it included all the links. It's weird that this is even a possible question to have, but are we talking actual teens or industry teens? Actual and lower. You know, I think this is the first time I've seen somebody who's into publicly get exposed for into actual children. Like even Yandev wasn't really a fan, but was rather obsessed with Zero Suit Samus. A lot of times when people get caught with CCM or doing predation, often massively look up play it because of the projection too. This makes me rethink the idea that persons openly shameless but is not a to probably is not a pedo. Maybe. We know my opinions in ones. I think they're all Nazis. I do. And I'm saying that with my I think that people hear that and think like, well, what if I just like cute drawings? And it's like, you know that's not what I'm talking about. You know I'm not talking about just like a cute little drawing. Like all lying out their ass, and it is so frustrating. We know you're lying. So you're not fooling anyone. You're genuinely not fooling anyone. Now, his current girlfriend Alice did make a statement, stating, "I've received a lot of messages recently. I appreciate so much those who have checked up on me. I really needed those prayers and kind words more than you know. I plan on going live today at 6 p.m. All I ask for is patience and support from all communities during this time."
I will continue doing what I normally do. I know Lacari is banned off of Twitch and Kick. I'm very aware of that. I know his Kick ban is permanent, and his Twitch ban is, I believe, temporary, 7 days. But even when he comes back, I will not be streaming with Lacari.
And in that, she stated that he wasn't permanently banned from Twitch and just given a 7-day ban. But she did also say that she wasn't getting involved with him or his legal matters anymore. I genuinely can't remember if I've said this in a video before, and if I did, it was probably like one of my old ones from like a year ago. And this is something I feel very passionate about. You know, I'm like very open about it. Like I'm not shying away from it whenever I make my videos, but I went through it when I was a kid. Context clues, I'm not getting into it today. You know, I went through stuff, and from the stuff that happened to me, it was recorded and it was used for material. And a couple of years ago, I don't know how many people know this, I'm an editor. I edit, I have my little TikTok account and whatever, but this was like years ago, before it was like public knowledge and before the hashtag got banned. But a big part of like editing is scene packs, and a major website that people use is megalinks, and I was trying to find megalinks for a TV show so I could get scene packs so I could edit them. When I was doing that, I came across the megalinks hashtag. Who's gonna think that there's illegal stuff in there? Not me. But I mean, it was like, obviously I wasn't accessing it because it was like people trying to promote it, and I just remember scrolling and they were like posting screenshots of the titles that they had, and it was I feel like I can't even say what I saw. They had like blurred out thumbnails, obviously, because you can't post that. because it's illegal. The blurred thumbnail along with the title, obviously I don't have confirmation because I never watched it, because what the fuck? I believed that my material was there and that was my material that they were selling and trading, and it led to me trying to myself, and I was in hospital, and it was not great. It was not a fun time, and I had a massive breakdown. Like it was bad. It was really bad. And it was just in the open. It was just there. It was just on Twitter. Like it was just there. And that was insane to me, and that something clicked in my head. I think that was actually the start of when I was like, I want to make a YouTube channel. And I didn't do it until like years later, obviously, because I'm here now. That was when it clicked in my head of like, oh my god, no one is talking about these things. Like whenever you hear about material like that, it's always so like underground and like on the dark web, and that is so far from the truth. It is so far from the truth. I'm not going to say it here, but when I've been like researching and trying to like collect information, you can find that material or links to it, because I'm not clicking on likes, I'm not viewing that stuff. I reported everything that I found, but you can find links to that stuff on the front page of Google. If you know the word to type, you can find it on the front page of Google. You can find it on Facebook. Telegram is like obviously the most notorious one. You can find it on Twitter. Genuinely anywhere. There are TikTok accounts that have like secret passwords that I'm not even getting into it. And it is so frustrating when people try and downplay situations like this of like, oh well, it was an accident, and you're like, he's not even looking at it, and but he shared that to a very large audience of people who could easily access those links. He distributed that. The links that the legal links, yeah, they are underage. I don't care what anyone says. I genuinely do not care what anyone says. The people in those videos, they're not legal. They're not legal. It genuinely drives me up the wall. Oh, and Twitch giving it the 70 man. Why are we letting that back on the platform? That should be a permanent ban. Like, is that so far out there? Is that so far-fetched to say? That should be a permanent bannable offense, no? Like, are we all just like, I don't think that's what people realize, is when you are viewing this material, when this material is there, you are desensitizing yourself to it. It's the same way when people have the argument of like, I'd rather they watched it instead of doing it, and it's like, that's not how it works. It's genuinely not how it works. Every time someone views that material, that child gets re-victimized over and over again, and that is something that genuinely drives me crazy, is knowing that there's people out there viewing my material. I don't know if it's been posted to other sites. I don't know, and I don't want to look for it, but knowing that it's circulating out there, it's bad enough that it happened, it's bad enough that I had to go through that, but knowing that it's still circulating, most likely, and that people are watching it and consuming it. And it's people like this, and it's situations like this that just downplay it entirely, and it's so frustrating. That's why oh my god, I hate, sorry I'm like having a little rant right now, but I said what this was going to be from the start. But when people are like, oh, you're just a drama channel, you're just like doing blah blah blah, you're like blah blah blah, I sure, whatever, I'm a drama channel. My motivations are my own experiences. The way people downplay the topics I cover are insane. There's a reason I do what I do. There's a reason that these are the topics that I cover, that this is the stuff that normalizes it and makes it okay, and downplays everything, and it just lessens everything. I feel like I'm not articulating what I'm trying to say very well, but I'm hoping you get my point, right? Like, yeah, that's my rant. That's the situation, basically. That's all that happened. Obviously I'm not going to show like the links and stuff, because that would be spreading it, and I'm not looking for it. I don't want to see that stuff. Take from that what you will. I need to like calm down now. I got very angry there. I'm so sorry. I've not gotten this angry in a while in my videos. That hit so personally to me, and it's the reason I started my channel. I mean, my very first video, I don't know how many of you have actually watched it because it was like a year ago. My very first video is me discussing these. I'm very anti. I don't like the, but I feel like a lot of people miscue that message of like, oh, you hate its workers, and it's like, no, I'm trying to support them. I'm trying to give them support in this. The industry is so messed up, and it preys on vulnerable young women, young girls who are minors. It preys on them and it exploits them, and it is horrific. Especially Orange website. You know who you are. You know what you've done. You know what you've done. And if you don't know, just go look it up, go research it. There's so much. Yeah, there's my rant. I'm gonna go have some tea or something. Am I hungry? I can't tell if I'm hungry or not. Maybe. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your opinions. Like and subscribe if you want. That's me. And I'll see you all next time. Bye.